Hey, everybody, Zach1st9 here, back with, not back, sorry. I'm used to saying that for Movie Memories Monday. So, taking a little break from that, just because I've kind of been pretty busy with personal stuff from work and personal stuff from life. So, this is kind of a different video. I'm going to do a kind of like a top list of my favorite episodes from the Rugrats. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Rugrats. I've been a fan of Rugrats since I was little. The show is only 1 year older than I am, so that shows my age. I grew up with the show. I was a huge fan of it growing up. I'm probably more so of a fan nowadays than probably not as much as I was then when I was a kid, but so close to that big, huge fan of Rugrats. So I'm going to do my favorite episodes from season 1 through 9. This is only going to be the first video. It's going to be 9 separate videos because I'm doing all separate videos because it would take too long on my phone. I don't have enough storage. Plus, it'd be probably more fun for me to focus on one season at a time than just all 9 seasons in one video. And starting from, I think it was like October of last year, I wanted to write down the list of episodes on each disc because only seasons 1 through 4 have complete lists on the back of the case. The complete series does not have a booklet at all to show what episodes are on what disc, even though I'm pretty sure that the episodes on season 1 through 4 on the complete set are pretty much the exact same discs, just placed in that set. So I even did seasons 1 through 4 on the paper just because, so that way I don't have to rely on looking at this case every time I look at the episodes. I wrote, started October last year, I put it off for months until just about a few days ago. I finally finished out, got all 9 seasons written down for all episodes on which specific disc. I have every episode on each disc written down through seasons 1 through 9. But I'm going to put pretty much my top 5 episodes and my thoughts on the episodes themselves. So each season is going to be different. Depending on how long the season is, I'll do up to 10 episodes for those, and up to 5 for ones that are smaller seasons. Since season 1 is a smaller season, I'm going to go off the episodes that I really liked from season 1. So it's not really in any particular order, just my favorites. Top 5 favorite episodes in season 1 specifically. So one of my favorite episodes is definitely the baseball episode. It's a very good episode, pretty much about I think it was like Stu and Lou were going to a ball game. They brought Tommy with them, and while Dee Dee was shopping for home, and they took Tommy there. Grandpa, I believe, fell asleep, and I think Stu, I think also was either distracted by the game or fell asleep as well. I can't remember offhand. It's been about maybe a month or two since I've seen the episode. Now it's been a little bit, but I remember Tommy getting away from the game and following this bear balloon. And he kept on following it until he finally got it. And he was so high up on the stands where he fell off. And the baseball player that was in the episode seen him and reached up and grabbed him with his mitt. And when Dee Dee seen that live on TV when she got home, because she got home before that happened, and Spike gave the piece of paper to Dee Dee for her to read and find out that to look for them on TV while they're watching the game. Hopefully they'll be in the crowd. And Tommy was in the crowd, and technically speaking, but Dee Dee kind of fainted seeing Tommy falling from a high place. And obviously, she had every right to be terrified because, it's her infant son, who is a year old, falling off a baseball stadium. So he got caught, he's saved, obviously. Very good episode. Really like it. Very, very iconic episode. Granted, probably the most iconic one in here is probably At the Movies. Really good episode, but it's not the one I want to list on here. Another one I really, really like. Where'd it go? Is it on this season? Yeah, here it is. Barbecue Story. Pretty much the second episode of the entire series was for the July episode. And honestly, it wasn't like talking much about the 4th of July itself, but it was like a barbecue, family get-together. Really good episode, very iconic, where I think that's the episode where Angelica, takes Tommy's ball and throws it across the neighbor's yard. And there's this big giant dog that was trying to get them. It was just a very iconic episode, very, very classic episode. I really like the little fireworks at the end of the episode. Keep saying episode a lot. But I thought it was a really nice, calm episode, very relaxing. I liked it a lot. And seeing Spike save Tommy and Chucky from that giant dog was pretty hilarious because it wasn't technically, he was trying to do too much intimidation, because in terms of intimidation, the bigger dog would have technically been scared of Spike, but Spike accidentally grabbed some type of mask and made him look more scary. Um, and pretty much that big giant dog wimped out and ran back to his doghouse, saved Tommy and Chucky, and brought them back. It was a very good episode. Season 1, though, had continuity errors with later seasons, but this show had a lot of continuity errors as much as I love the show. Let's see, that's my second favorite episode. Let's see. Really hard to pick. So many good episodes. So 3 would probably be Moose Country. Was a pretty good one, pretty much where Grandpa Lou was in the backyard trying to watch the sprouts, is what he calls them, and tells a story about him finding a moose and eating off this moose for many, many months or something like that. And his thing with Grandpa Lou's character is that he always says 15 for everything, like 15 miles, 15 years, 15 days, or 15 hours of whatever happened in his life. It's a hilarious gag that they've done throughout the entire series. Grandpa Lou's character went from sarcastic and caring for his grandkid, but at the same time, kind of harsh as a little bit towards some other people. But then he kind of became more of like a later seasons, like roughly season, my opinion, 5 and forward, he kind of became more close to Tommy and the kids, and became less of a sarcastic guy. He would become sarcastic in a little bit. He would become funny still in the later seasons, but he became more close to his grandkids, soon to be Dill. But anyway, Moose Country tells about the moose. Tommy and Phil, Lil, and Chucky get out of the playpen and want to go look in the backyard for moose, and obviously they never find a real moose. They find Spike wearing like sticks or something that look like antlers. Very good episode. They even show Boris and Minka in the episode, which are some characters I really like throughout the series. And it's just a short, very good episode. That's my, I think, was that my third? Yeah, that was my third. And then my next one would be Candy Bar Creep Show. And that one is a Halloween episode into the first season. So they had 2 holidays in the first season. They had 4th of July and Halloween. And it was a very, very classic episode where the Reptar bar was introduced. So, the tongue turns green, which I really wish was a real candy bar back then, where it was giant like that, like the size that they were holding. It had green stuff on the inside, turn your tongue green. Just very iconic song, very iconic scene, and I just thought it was hilarious, especially Grandpa Lou, who always is a hilarious character. Especially in that season where he gets information a little bit wrong. He gets something words backwards. It's just so funny. Very classic if you haven't seen it. That was my 4th and my 5th favorite episode, because this one has some pretty good episodes and really iconic ones. But I really liked the Touchdown Tommy, which is pretty much kind of like a Thanksgiving one, if you count it that. Or no, it's a Super Bowl, right? I think it was Super Bowl. So I think that's technically kind of like after Christmas, I think. So it's like around January-ish or so, if you count that. So pretty much the guys are in charge of watching the kids, Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil, Angelica. And while the moms are away, they all, promise to watch them and make sure they're okay. And then they kind of start watching football and get distracted. Grandpa Lou was in charge of giving the kids milk and gave Tommy, a chocolate milk. Because he's his grandson, so he gives him one just because, that's his own son, his grandson compared to the other kids who aren't his family. And Angelica gets jealous because at first she didn't want the white milk from a bottle that Grandpa Lou gave her because she's, 3. She's technically too old for it. She should be in sippy cups. And she didn't really want it, so when she seen Tommy get chocolate milk, she didn't care if it was in a bottle. So she wanted it, and they're doing like a little football scene throughout the entire episode where the football that they're watching was the same actions of what the kids were doing with the chocolate milk, which looks like a football. Obviously, Angelica doesn't get any chocolate milk. The kids got some, and a lot of it though splattered around the entire room. And that's when the moms came home, and Dee Dee finds out, and he gets very furious with them. It was a very good episode. I really liked it. Though even though all the episodes in this season were pretty darn good for a good first season, some of them that I really liked didn't make the cut just for my favorite episodes. Let's see, what's 1, let's see, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So yeah, that was my 5 episodes that I really liked from season 1. Other episodes I liked, but I didn't want to put it quite in a list, were the Grand Canyon, Incident on Aisle 7, which are really good episodes as well. And then, obviously, At the Movies and Little Dude. Those were really good episodes that I would have probably put in a list if I would have done 10, but I want to do only like 5. But those were my top picks from season 1 that were my favorite. Tell me in the comments below what you guys and girls think about this video. What do you think of Rugrats season 1? What was your favorite episodes, your 5 favorite episodes if you want to pick? See you next time on season 2, and God bless.